I want as many people as possible to be as empowered as they possibly can, to feel good about themselves, acknowledge their uniqueness and their beauty, their self-worth, and step powerfully forward in life and have an enjoyable life. I thought in this time at the moment, it's a real uncertain time, and this can trigger a lot of very different experiences for everyone. Some people are feeling like, woohoo, I'm home, this is great, this is like a retreat. I don't have to go to work and do that job I don't like. Other people are loving their reality, their job, and their old lifestyle that's been taken away. It's a huge anxiety, and it could be a real struggle to have to suddenly find a new way of being. So my goal today is just to give you some thought-provoking ideas and a couple of really neat skills, and even a couple of activities that you can do to really delve more into who are you, what's happening for you, what is your game plan for moving forward. But the first thing I'd like to say is, who's excited about getting back to their old life and their old job? Just have a think about that for a minute. What is your personal why in life? Have you ever stopped to think about why your life is the way it is and why you do what you do? If your answer is yes, note what it is about that reality that drives you and makes you get out of bed with full enthusiasm every day. And note how you're going to think about taking that reality forward into this unknown, with the corona and government taking all of our ability to travel and all of these things, you know, how that might look going forward. If no, have a look at why. What is it that you want now instead? What awarenesses, what insights have you had, or perhaps anxiety, fear, trepidation, that perhaps you don't feel you're empowered to know how to move forward, how to create that. Problems that some people are getting awareness now, that some things they used to worry about a lot are actually quite insignificant things. When you start thinking about the bigger picture, you realize that those things have dissolved into oblivion, and there's new things on the horizon that have now got your attention. And maybe they're things you've never had to look at before. And it makes you feel like life's happening to you. So we follow the philosophy of acknowledging that everything is energy. So everything is able to be transformed. As long as you can focus on it, whatever you focus on, you spotlight. So if you're focusing on positive things, you're spotlighting that and bringing more of that into your reality. If you're spotlighting on things that don't serve you well, just be aware that you're then spotlighting that, bringing that more into your reality. And that can take you down the rabbit hole. So at the moment, it's very important that you surround yourself with very inspiring, uplifting, innovative people, readings, teachings, YouTube, whatever you like, because whatever you're connecting with the most, that's the energy that you're vibrating with. That's the mentality that you're locking into. So if you read lots of fear-based, negative, scare tactic, or just doom and gloom type stuff, even though you may feel that you're just observing that, it's going to start coming into your reality too much, and it will start affecting your mental state and your way of looking at the world. So just be really aware of that and start thinking about, yeah, who do I aspire to? Do I have people that I look up to and aspire to be, or I love their message and their philosophy, working towards that? We want to let go of stress and judgment and embrace kindness. Kindness is actually what they have found to be the opposite of stress. The more kindness you experience and the more kindness that you express, the more happy chemicals you have in your system, the better you feel about yourself, the more meaningfully connected to others you feel. Just really, really be mindful. It kind of helicopter view what you're being exposed to, how this is making you feel. Doesn't mean you sit in judgment of others and go, oh, you're a bad influence on me, I'm going to cut you off. But it's just really honoring yourself and honoring your spirit and engaging yourself only in really uplifting, powerful, meaningful things that will help you progress forward, feeling very mentally balanced, supported, healthy, physically, mentally, emotionally, that's where your power comes from, to really make it through this process in a really productive and solid way. Anything that makes you feel good and takes you to a positive place and makes you feel meaningful, have purpose, direction, connection, those things boost your immune system absolutely 100% of the time, according to your thought processes, your perception of the world, real or fictional, whatever you put in your mind, whatever you tell yourself is real, starts reflecting at a cellular level in your body. Just think about when you're watching an action movie and you've got, you know, heart race. Oh, he nearly didn't get over the wall. The baddie nearly got him. And how come you've got adrenaline pumping through your system? Your heart rate's gone up. You're sitting on your lounge chair with a snack and your cat or a dog, you know, what's going on? It's your thoughts. You're watching a movie. Your brain doesn't know what's real and what isn't. It reacts to what you process. And that then chemically feeds down into your body. So that's a good example, just for you to understand that mind-body connection and how it's so inseparable. And this is a little tool that is an NLP technique that can be very, very helpful, especially at this time. It sounds ridiculously simple, but it's harder to apply sometimes than you think. So just be patient and kind with yourself with everything. But one simple technique is deal with facts and have something in your mind that goes, stop. If you find yourself adding on the story or the possibilities or the maybes or what's happened before, where your mind keeps jumping into the past and into the future, on fictional supposed scenarios or ideas that have been put onto you through media or others, just deal with the fact and then go, stop. Okay, fact is, you are working at the moment, you're essential labour, or fact is, you're stuck at home, if you want to see it as stuck, or woohoo, I'm at home, I've got time off just to laze around and pet my dog and do my yoga. Whatever way you want to see it, that's going to be real for you. Acknowledge how you feel, embrace how you feel. Seek out all of those inspirational gurus and mentors and others that you aspire to. Make contact, reach out. There is a lot of uncertainty that is actually building a lot of unity. People are reaching out and being a lot kinder and helping and becoming available and reaching out where they wouldn't normally have in the pre-corona situation. That's an exciting way of looking at what might be coming forward. And just when you're looking at how to improve your own self going forward, just recognize that having information from a self-help book isn't super helpful unless you're actually applying it. Like, I can read a book on how to lift weights and become really muscly, but if I just read the book and put it down, I'm not building any muscles. I need to actually have intent and I need to apply the knowledge. So that's why I say really focus on what comes up for you. Notice when you wake up in the morning, either use notebook in your phone or have a little journal or a bit of paper if you want to work that way. Because those first feelings and first thoughts that come up for you without overthinking it or overriding it with your conscious logic mind, that's your true stuff. That's what really is happening for you at the moment. And just allow that and accept that and acknowledge what it is. Let that be your driving force to how do I need to improve myself, or how am I going to make a game plan to get towards that. Because if you're dreading the idea of having to go back to your old job and your old reality, you need to have a look at perhaps what's my game plan then, what's my action plan to take me closer to something that I would desire. What is your why? How do you want to be in the world? How do you want to show up as the grandest version of yourself? If you could wave a magic wand and literally be exactly who you want to be in the world in a way that you would like to be, what would that look like? What would that feel like? What would that take? This is a perfect opportunity to look at your own beliefs, your self-limitations, false beliefs, things that make you feel too scared to make a step in a different direction, or that you need to find the right people to align with that can help you. And start to just notice what you're learning about yourself each day. This artificial, if you want to call it, environment gives us time to start noticing different things, because we can't bury ourselves in our standard distractions. We're noticing what was, or perhaps what is, putting you under pressure. You know, if you've got some kind of a dream of how you could best be for your, you know, acknowledging your skill set, what you want to bring to the world, start thinking crazy. How big can you dream? And just start making lofty statements for yourself to meditate on every day. And you can ask yourself lofty questions in meditation each day. You just can repeat a statement, something that you want to be true for you. Like, why am I so successful? Why am I such a powerful teacher? Anything you want to make up, any lofty statement. You just meditate on that every day, about 28 days. That will lock into your psyche, and then you will actually believe it. Because if your brain doesn't believe it, you cannot achieve it. And that is where most people have the most amazing desires and dreams and aspirations, but never follow through, because they talk themselves out of it. Get your conscious brain out of the way. It's full of draconian old systems, false beliefs, sabotaging beliefs, and stuff you don't even know how it got there. Just very subtly, indirectly. You just sponged this stuff in and made these beliefs about yourself that aren't necessarily helpful. And we can just absolutely ditch those and move forward very, very quickly. And you're going to have days where you don't want to do any of that, and you'd rather just hide under your blanket or be totally selfish, as you might perceive it. Do that as well, and have a guilt-free experience of that, because we are often caught so much in do, that we're not able to just be. And we're terrified sometimes to be our authentic selves. We need to be able to acknowledge that and let go of it. Here's this little NLP technique. If you're ever getting yourself into a bit of a freaked out negative space and you're going, oh, this is a quick fix. Just shut your eyes for 1 second and think of something really awesome or fun or magical. Just, you could make it up. It could be something you desire, or it could be a memory of something that's just, yeah. Okay, now bring that image physically out in front of you. Just bring it out in front of you with your hands. And then extend your hands out. Make that image bigger and bigger and bigger. Add more color to it. Close your eyes and think about, what can you see? Make it as vibrant as possible. What can you hear? Who's there, or what is there? What do you feel? Can you smell anything? Just make it as big as you possibly can. Immerse yourself in that feeling. Now make it IMAX TV screen big. And you're a magical woman, so you can lift this huge image up above yourself, and now pull it down over and through your whole being. Pull it right down over your body. And then inhale, lift up, get hold of that image, stretch it out super big, and pull it down over yourself again. And then one more time. Make it really big. Notice the special, magical, beautiful parts of this image, and pull it down all the way through, feeling that all the way through your body. And just take a breath in. And just notice how that makes you feel. Immersing yourself completely in this absolutely gorgeous, amazing feeling, memory. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. I hope there's been some shred of something that has been significant for you.
Thanks, Donna. Thanks, everyone, for joining us, and look forward to seeing you at our next session.